The agenda review session for Wednesday, July 6th, 2016. We have no ordinances on second reading. Ordinances for this first reading. 601, an ordinance to amend and supplement revised general ordinance of the City of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10.16, Stopping, Standing, and Parking, Section 10, 16, 50, Schedule 29, Time Limit Parking, Liberty Street. 602, an ordinance to amend and supplement revised general ordinance of the City of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10.12, Traffic Control Regulations, Section 10.12.40, Schedule 6, Stop Intersections, add Reservoir Avenue and Park Driveway, stop sign on Park Driveway. Nickel Avenue and Sanford Street, stop sign on Sanford Street. Sanford Street and Nickel Avenue, stop sign on Nickel Avenue. Nickel Avenue and Park Driveway, stop sign on Park Driveway. 603, in order to amend and supplement the revised general ordinance of the City of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10.16, Stopping, Standing, and Parking, Section 10, 16, 20, Schedule 24. No parking at any time. And Schedule 26, no parking certain hours, alternate parking, street cleaning program, Van Dyke Avenue. Resolutions. 601, approve agenda amendment. 602, approve payroll. 603, authorize refund for redeemed tax sale certificates. 604, approve ABC liquor license renewals 2016 to 2017. 605 is held at the request of the city attorney. 606, approve Chapter 159 budget insertion, County of Middlesex shared service agreement for property demolition cost, Welton Street. The amount is $100,000. 607, approve Chapter 159 budget insertion, North Brunswick Township shared service agreement for animal control services, amount $40,000. 608, approve authorization to advertise for furnish, deliver, and install one security system for the Division of Recreation, specification number 543-16P. 609, approve request for use of city sidewalk requested by Infinity Federal Credit Union. The location is a sidewalk in front of 346 George Street for membership drive and create awareness. The dates are a lot in July, a lot in August, a lot in September. Time 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 610, approve resolution to authorize refund of application fee to Francis E. Memorial Parker Home, amount $1,500. 611, approve request for use of city property requested by Michael Habib. The location, Bugalo Park and Pavilion for dodgeball tournament to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Date, Sunday, July 31st, 2016. Rain date, Sunday, August 7th, 2016. Time, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Park usage. Time, 3 p.m., 7 p.m. to pavilion usage. 612, approve amendment of resolution R051607. Reason to pay additional legal fees in the amount of $1,516.40 to Minster and Minster. For Police Officer Brad Rudell in the matter of Deloche versus Police Officer Brad Rudell from 37-452-75 to 38-969-15. 613, approve request for use of street closing requested by New Brunswick Recreation, New Brunswick Tomorrow. Location, Remsen Avenue between George Street and Main Street. Boulder Street between Remsen Avenue and Troop Avenue will be closed to encourage residents to walk, run, skate, or ride bikes in city streets. For Ciclovia, the date is Saturday, August 6, 2016, time 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Police extra duty. 614, approve request for use of city property requested by Kevin Middleton. Location is Feaster Park. Day of Unity for Children. The date is Saturday, August 13, 2016. The rain date is Sunday, August 21st, 2016. Time 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. 615, held at the request of the administrator. 616, approve Chapter 159 budget insert for State of New Jersey for alcohol education, rehabilitation, and enforcement grant. The amount is $4,774.08. 617, approve resolution requesting the planning board to review a proposed redevelopment plan for Farron Mall deck area, portions of properties on blocks 17 and 18. 618, approve authorization to advertise for furnace and deliver membrane modules for the potable water filtration system for the water utility, specification number 53516W. 619, approve resolution R061624 to pay additional legal fees in the amount of $7,268.21 to the Apollo Law Firm. Special counsel for City of New Brunswick versus Marback Construction from $73,609.60, $80,877.81. 620, approve award of contract with Enterprise Automation Incorporated for maintenance and repairs of supervisory control and data acquisition system for the water utility. Term is 24-month period commencing July 7, 2016 and ending July 6, 2018. Specification number 52116 RFP, not to exceed $250,000. Fair and open. 621, approving purchase of police department under state contract A887729/T2776 from Hertrick Fleet Services Incorporated for 6 2016 Dodge Chargers, not to exceed $147,742.80. 622, approve request for use of city property requested by the Brunswick Recreation, City Market, and the Raritan River Festival Committee. The location is Boyd Park, the 36th Annual Raritan River Festival. The date is Sunday, September 25th, 2016. The time is 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 623, approve memorandum of understanding with Women Aware Incorporated in the Brunswick Police Department for maintaining the domestic violence response team. 624, approve off-premise raffle merchandise at Boyd Park, the Bees Foundation, date September 25th, 2016. 625, authorized purchase by the Police Department Communications Supervisor under the NASPO Value Point Computer Contract Number M0483, State Contract Number 40166, from She International Corporation for one computer and its accessories, not to exceed $1,629. 626, approve order contract with Atlantic Tactical Incorporated for furnish and deliver work uniforms for the Housing Bureau and Fire Prevention. Term is 12-month period commencing July 7, 2016 and ending July 6, 2017. Specification number 51316P, not to exceed $13,646. 627, approve amendment of resolution for R041663, reason to pay final bill in the amount of $1,070.7150 to Lawrence Bitterman Esquire for police officer Daniel Liaison in the matter of Deloche versus City of Brunswick from $27,071.50 to $28,843. 628, approve award of contract with Municipal Maintenance Company, mechanical, electrical maintenance, and emergency repair work at the water treatment plant and pump stations for the water utility. Term is 24 months period commencing July 7, 2016 and ending July 6, 2018. Specification number 496-15W, not to exceed $221,475. 629, authorized tax levy to transfer overpayments on several tax and utility accounts. 630, approve off-premise raffle 50/50 at 40 Livingston Avenue, Brunswick, New Jersey, Elks, lots 324. December 10, 2016. 631, approve rejection of bid for disposal of sulfuric acid for the water utility. Specification number 461-15W. 632, authorized payment for emergency procurement water utility for repair of the chemical feed pump at the water treatment plant with Municipal Maintenance Company, not to exceed $38,035.15. Purchase order number D84958. 633, approve order contract with Groff Tractor New Jersey LLC for one air compressor for the water utility, not to exceed $26,968. The National Joint Powers Alliance Cooperative Purchasing Program. 634, approved purchase by Police Department under state contract A89851/M0003 software license and related service from Shy International Corporation software license renewal for the Police Department, not to exceed $15,759. 635, approve amendment resolution R101570, change order number 1 with J.P. Smith Contractors Incorporated for membrane tank coating for the water utility. Specification number 45915W. The amount is $37,190. Approval of this change order will not constitute an increase of 20% or more on the amount of the original contract. 636, approve award of contract with Michelle's Oil Company Incorporated for furnish and deliver fuel, oil, and diesel for the water utility. Term 12-month period commencing July 16, 2016 and ending July 15, 2017. Specification number 515-16B, not to exceed $35,000. 637, approve amendment of resolution R121361, reason to pay invoice for year 2015 of $213.71 for credit card processing for municipal court fees and financial obligations for the municipal court with Elevon Incorporated, formerly known as Nova Information Systems, not to exceed $213.71. Approval of this change order will not constitute an increase of 20% more of the original contract. 638, approve amendment of resolution R041448, reason to pay invoice for the year 2015 of $8536 municipal court copy sheet with Rico USA Incorporated, not to exceed $8536. Approval of this change order will not constitute an increase of 20% or more of the original contract. 639, approve award of contract with Black Rock Enterprise Incorporated, or LLC, for milling and various city streets for the Department of Public Works, 12-month period commencing July 7, 2016 and ending July 6, 2017. Specification number 516P, not to exceed $85,500. 640, approve amendment of resolution R 081536. 1-year contract extension with Wireless Communications Incorporated, doing business as Wireless Communications and Electronics for radio maintenance for the fire department. Term is 12-month period, commencing August 6, 2016, and ending August 5, 2017. Specification number 44715P, not to exceed $10,500. 641, approve request for use of city property requested by Nation of Islam, Muhammad Mosque, number 85, location Feaster Park, Community Festival and Charity Basketball. Game to promoting unity in New Brunswick. Date is Saturday, August 20, 2016. Rain date, Saturday, September 3, 2016. Time is 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. 642, approve request for use of city property requested by Maria Baba. Location, Goodwill Park Pavilion for graduation party, Sunday, August 14, 2016. Rain date, Sunday, August 21, 2016. Pavilion usage, 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Time, electric usage, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. 643, approve amendment of resolution R 011601, recently changed the start time of July 20, 2016 City Council meeting. 2016 City Council meeting schedule. 644, approve rejection of bids. Concord Dam repair at the Delaware and Broward Canal, specification number 88015. 645, approve request for use of city property requested by New Jersey Skate Shop Incorporated, location Recreation Park for free skateboard demonstration. Date is Thursday, July 31st, 2016. Time 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. 646, approve rejection of bid and authorization to rebid for lease of a portion of property known as Block 597.04, Lot 4.01. Rebid specification number 518-16 PR. 647, approve relaxation of city noise ordinance requested by New Prince Construction, recently mill and pave a section of George Street between Albany and Church Street in order to replace the failed paving for the New Bikeway project. Date Thursday, July 7, 2016 to Friday, July 8, 2016. Alternate dates Thursday, July 14, 2016 and Friday, July 15, 2016. Time is 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. 648, approve relaxation of city noise ordinance requested by Accurate Sewer and Drain, LLC, recently replace water service at 363 George Street. Saturday, July 9, 2016, alternate date, Saturday, July 16, 2016, and Saturday, July 23, 2016. Time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 649, approve renewal of agreement with Cigna Healthcare, HMO, term is July 1st, 2016 to June 30, 2017, not pro tunc. 650, approve renewal of agreement with Aetna Healthcare, term is July 12, 2016 to June 30, 2015, not pro tunc. 651, approve resolution R 051670 to add additional dates. Approve relaxation of the city order requested by Telecable. Installation of fiber optic cable at 4650 Barrett Street. Dates Saturday, July 16, 23rd, 20, and July 30th, 2016. Alternate date Saturday, August 6, 13, 20. Time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 652, approve amendment resolution R 061684, change order number 2 with Flanagan's Contracting Group Incorporated for reconstruction of Recreation Park, specification number 851-14R. The amount is $15,102.50. Approval of this change order will not constitute an increase of 20% or more of the amount of the original contract. 653, authorize release of performance guarantee with Touching Community Service Corporation for road opening permit number 10325, 143 Delavan Street. Amount of $6,591.23. 654, approve amendment of resolution R 021686. To liquidate from existing encumbrances and re-encumber under 2016 miscellaneous engineering services and pay outstanding invoices in the additional amount of $24,545 with Hatchmont McDonald for 2016 miscellaneous supplemental engineering services. Specification number 90116 RFP. Approval of this change order will constitute an increase of 20% more of the original contract. 655 is held at the request of the engineer. 656, approval award of contract with Spark Construction General Contractor for Memorial Stadium Grandstand renovation and waterproofing. Specification number 915R, not to exceed 710-900. 657, approve resolution authorizing temporary financing for the Zebra Wave Supported Beach Housing Project with BCUW Madeline CHM1 LLC. 658, approve renewal of liquor license with conditions for 2016 to 2017. Platinum Lounge LLC, trading as Pearl and Glow, 13 Patterson Street, liquor license number 1214-33079008. 659, Approve a new license with conditions for 2016-2017 liquor license for Kelly's Corner, trading as Kelly's Corner, 75 Burrell Street. Liquor license number 1214330280006. 650, approve a new license with conditions for 2016-2017 liquor license for La Famosa Incorporated, trading as La Famosa, 117 Remsen Avenue. Liquor license number 1214330450003. That's all you got? Okay, clerk, could you please call the meeting to order?
Councilmember Anderson.
Here.
Councilmember Escobar.
Here.
Council Vice President Fleming.
Here.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Present.
Council President Egan.
Here. Please be advised that the notice of requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been complied with and satisfied, and that the annual notice, which gave sufficient notice of the time and place and conduct of all public meetings of the municipal council of the city of New Brunswick, and filed with the city clerk, has been placed on an appropriate bulletin board in the lobby of City Hall in Brunswick, New Jersey, and has been transmitted to the official newspaper of the city of New Brunswick, namely the Home News Tribune. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a moment of silence for our men and women serving in our armed forces, for our men and women in our armed forces who lost their lives in any battle. We have minutes from May 18th, 2016. Can I get approval on the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Council Vice President Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Aye.
Council President Egan.
Yes. We have ordinances on first reading. 601, an ordinance to amend and supplement the revised zoning ordinance of the city of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 1016, Stop and Standing Parking, Section 101650, Schedule 29, Timing Parking, Liberty Street.
Move the ordinance setting down July 20th for public hearing, same date to be advertised. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Aye.
Council President Egan.
Yes. 602, an ordinance to amend and supplement the revised zoning ordinance of the city of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10.12, Traffic Control Regulations, Section 101240, Schedule 6. Stop intersections, add Reservoir Avenue Parkway driveway, stop sign on Park driveway. Nickel Avenue and Sanford, I said Reservoir Avenue. Nickel Avenue and Sanford Street, stop sign on Sanford Street. Sanford Street, Nickel Avenue, stop sign on Nickel Avenue. Nickel Avenue and Park driveway, stop sign on Park driveway.
Move the ordinance setting down July 20th for public hearing, same date to be advertised.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Councilmember Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Aye.
Councilmember Egan.
Yes. 603, in ordinance to amend and supplement the revised zoning ordinance of the city of New Brunswick, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, 10.16, Stopping, Standing, and Parking, Section 101620, Schedule 24. No parking at any time in Schedule 26, no parking certain hours, alternate parking street cleaning program, Van Dyke Avenue.
Move the ordinance setting down July 20th for public hearing, same date to be advertised.
Second.
Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Council Vice President Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Aye.
Council President Egan.
Yes. We have resolutions 601 to 660, holding 605. 615
And 655.
and 655. Would anybody from the public like to speak on any particular resolutions? Please step up to the microphone.
Good evening, members of the council, members of the public. My name is Charles Cradaville. I'm the editor of the community newspaper, New Brunswick Today. You know me well. I'm asking about, I guess let's start with the Welton Street demolition, number 6. Can you tell me just what's the relationship between the county and the city for this? It's a shared services agreement, and what's the time frame for when the demolition will happen and when the park will open?
I can't speak to the time frame, but I'll tell you the relationship is that
the county is, by way of this agreement, is granting us $100,000 to be used towards the demolition cost of 3 structures that will form the park. They will also purchase the property, as I understand, and deed it over to the city. It is then our responsibility to then design and develop the park, but I don't know the time frame, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, but the city will handle all the construction, the building of it.
That's my understanding, yes.
Thanks. The next one is number 7, the agreement with North Brunswick for animal control services. Just to refresh my recollection, can you tell me, are there any other towns that pay New Brunswick to do their animal control, or is it just North Brunswick now?
Do we have any other shared services with our animal control?
Just North Brunswick at the moment, and Milltown is interested in our services. We're trying to evaluate whether that makes sense for us or not.
Thank you.
Thank you. I noticed, I read the resolution for number 10, the Parker Memorial Home, making an application to make some changes to their facility. I assume it's the one on Easton Avenue. Can you tell me what's being proposed? I understand it'll end up before the planning board, not the zoning.
Can anybody tell me, Mr. Patterson?
It's an expansion of their parking lot.
Expanding of the parking lot? Expanding the parking lot.
Okay. Number 17 is a request to the planning board to review a proposed redevelopment plan. Can you tell me why is the council doing that? What's in the plan?
Mr. Patterson?
Well, as I read in Mr. Cradaville's newspaper, some people want to redevelop that site. Obviously, the Fair and Mall area has been vacant for a while. The city, I think, has been open about it, that we want to see that area redeveloped, putting together a redevelopment plan which would help accommodate that process. And the process to get to there is the council has to refer a plan to the planning board. They will review it to see if the redevelopment plan is consistent with the city's master plan. Then that would come back here before the city council, and you then would adopt an ordinance to adopt that redevelopment plan. We're looking to develop the site with a mix of uses, of residential, offices, creating a pedestrian-oriented atmosphere there. They would have some pedestrian paths that go through that block to better connect the train station area to this area of downtown. I think will be a very exciting project that we hope will happen in the near future.
Thank you, sir.
And can you tell me, is the planning board expecting to take an action at their upcoming meeting? I think they have a meeting next Tuesday on this.
Mr. Patterson?
It's on the will be on the board's agenda to take action on that, and we'll have a presentation about the plan, and then it's up to the board to decide if they want to move on that.
Who will be doing the presentation?
I will.
You will?
Yes.
Thank you.
Great, and so I would encourage people to attend that are interested. I guess 7:30 next Tuesday, the normal planning board meeting. Can you tell me, since this is such an issue of community interest, is the city made the redevelopment plan available yet? Could it be made available on the website? What you're asking the planning board to approve?
Is anything going to be out before the board meeting, Mr. Patterson, or will it just be presented at the board meeting?
We can make something available for that. We've just been finishing up, making some changes in it, so it's been in draft form until very, very, very recently. So we haven't had an opportunity to put something up on the website yet, but we can look at doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for reading New Brunswick today. I want to ask about number 18, the first of many questions about the water here. Furnish and deliver membrane modules. This is initial advertisement. Is this just routine maintenance, or is there something, is this part of something big?
Please.
Thank you, sir. Yes, this is part of routine maintenance, which we do change the modules out in our 4 tanks about every 10 years. So,
Okay, so every 10 years you do that, and I'll ask all the water questions.
Through the chair, please.
Through the chair.
Through the chair.
Through the chair, the SCADA system, $250,000 for a 24-month contract. Can you tell me, it says maintenance and repairs, didn't we just get a new SCADA system? Why does it need maintenance and repairs already, or is this one?
Please, council, yes. This is an ongoing program, and Mr. Credible is correct. We did recently upgrade the SCADA system within the treatment plant. The bulk of this money will be for communication between the water tanks and the 2 pumping stations, communicating everything back to the treatment plant.
So it's like infrastructure,
Yes.
communications infrastructure? Okay, interesting. I'll come back to some of these, let's get all the water ones out of the way. The rejection of the bid, number 31 for this disposal of sulfuric acid. Can you tell me what's the city's plan for disposing of this acid? Are we having trouble finding a contractor?
What's the reason for the rejection, sir?
Quite the contrary. Initially, we had estimates that were going to be just over our bid threshold of $26,000. We were estimating somewhere between $28,000 and $30,000 for the disposal. The sole bid that we had was far in excess of that, and that was the reason for our rejection. Subsequently, we were able to get multiple vendors to come in and do it substantially, actually underneath the bid threshold.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so
So next
it doesn't need to be bid again? It'll just...
They were gonna rebid it, and,
Yeah, we're just going to send it out underneath the bid threshold.
right, okay. We
Okay,
have a lot of people responding.
Yep.
So probably next meeting, we may be able to vote on that.
super. The next one is number 32, the emergency procurement for the repair of the chemical feed pump at the water treatment plant. Can you just give me a little insight? What was the emergency and how did this remedy it?
Yes, we did have an issue with our alum system that dated back quite some time, and unfortunately, this project cascaded into a little bit more than what the pumps ended up being. So we had the pump replacement, and then ultimately the feed lines that go to the mixing chamber where the alum's actually added. The issue was an emergency because we had to keep 2 systems operational 24/7.
Thank you.
So this was the same problem from last year, the one where the plant had to be taken offline for one night? Right. I remember a chemical feed issue, alum was the chemical.
That is, I really can't speak to that issue, but it was an upgrade that was made.
Okay. And so we're not expecting any more emergencies, this should fix it?
That's why we called it an emergency, Mr. Crowley. I mean, we hope not to have any more emergencies, but, somebody might wind up at the emergency room tonight, who knows?
The next 2 water things are the air compressor. Can you tell me what the air compressor is being purchased for and what purpose that'll serve? Is it replacing something or is it a new feature?
The air compressor? Yes.
Yes, quite frankly, that's an air compressor that we're going to use in our distribution system for jacking up asphalt and various pieces. It is replacing a piece of equipment that's been here about as long as Willie has.
So for digging up the street.
Correct.
Yeah,
It helps lift up things, the compressor.
Credit to Willie, he got a lot of years out of the English all he has.
Great, great. Next one is number 35, membrane tank coating for the water utility. Can you tell me what is, is this routine maintenance or is this, seems like an increase, a change order?
Yes, this initially was a project that needed to take place prior to the installation of our current set of modules going in. We've had issues with delamination of the coating on the inside of the concrete tanks of the modules. There was a little bit back and forth how we were going to do this, but once we got involved and we got into it, we realized that it was more than just a coating failure. It was actually water penetrating into the concrete. So the change order actually reflects a new chemical treatment that actually penetrates the concrete itself to seal it off once and for good.
Great.
Thank you very much. The last one might be about the water. It's relaxation of NORS ordinance number 48 for it says replace water service at 363 George Street. Can you tell me why the water service needs to be replaced there, or what the issue is?
You know that? Go ahead, please. Yes.
It is a homeowner water service. It is due to traffic congestion on the streets. It's being done off hours in order not to interact with the transportation that's on the roadway.
Okay, do you know why they're replacing the?
Well, usually they do that because it's clogged. They replace those, if you see people digging up their front lawn, that's because their sewer system's clogged and they're probably taking out either the cast iron pipe or whatever type of pipe, and replacing with PVC, putting a clean out closer to the sewer where the city meets, and so they can flush the toilet better and don't have sewer backups. That's usually the 90% of the reason, I would think, right?
Yes.
Okay, but 363 George Street is not a home, right?
It's a residential home, you just said it's residential.
363 George Street.
Is it resident? What is it? You just said it was a residential.
This is residential.
Yeah.
Check it out, okay.
Is it residential? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Someone's shaking their head, no. Excuse me?
It could be a mixed use commercial.
Okay.
That could explain it. Thank you. So, moving backward now to the 21, purchase of 6, I guess these are SUVs, Dodge Chargers, is that an SUV?
No, it's not. It's a car.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a car.
Okay, good. I prefer the police to drive around in vehicles like us. I prefer even to that than walking. I have to ask about the bills for the lawyers for the police who were involved in the killing of Barry DeLoach. I see number 27, this says it's paying the final bill for Officer Maison. Does that mean that something's happened with the case, that Officer Maison is no longer in the case? Or why is this the final bill?
Can you speak about that, Jeff?
Officer Maison is no longer in the case. That's the only disposition. The case is not over.
The case is not over, but Maison is now out of the case.
He's no longer defending, is what I heard, right? Okay. Thank you. I think it should be noted that it's now over 50,000, maybe even 60,000, just to defend the 2 officers in this case, not to mention the cost that the police director is accumulating with his own representation. And yes, I have to ask about 46 is the lease of a portion of property in New Brunswick, and I guess I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't get a chance to review the resolution. Can you tell me what property this is and what the lease is about?
The property, if you don't mind me jumping in, Mr. Egan, the property is the home news tank, the water tank, and we were entertaining, or we put out a bid specification for wireless companies who might want to install cellular antennas on there. There are no antennas on that particular tank at the moment, and we set a minimum bid of $55,000, which seems to be, as far as I'm concerned, in line with what we're receiving at other locations. We received one bid. It was from a company called Celco, acting on behalf of Verizon. Our purchasing office deemed the proposal to be non-responsive. They sent us a check for $3,600, which I believe represents the 10% of their proposal, which would have been $36,000, which we would find insufficient. So we're rejecting and going out to bid again.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then the last one I want to ask about is right after that, number 47. It's, again, a relaxation of the noise ordinance for the purpose of, it says here, in order to replace the failed paving for the Middlesex Bikeway project. Can you tell me what happened, where the paving failed and why it needs to be replaced and done again?
Mr. Valente here?
I would think Richard can.
This is a section of George Street, and this is a paving project. And New Prince is going to be the contractor on that, and we've asked them to do this off hours. So there's a relaxation of the noise ordinance to allow them to come in off hours and do that repaving.
Thank you. Do you know why the initial paving failed, or what? I mean, I've never heard of that before. How did they mess that up?
Replace the failed paving for the Middlesex County Bike Project. Does anybody know why it failed before, or why the word failed is in there?
I do not have an answer.
I'll ask the county. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Anybody else on the resolutions?
Yes, my name is Gretchen Spencer. I'm at 2 Jennings Court now. I live in New Brunswick. I want to find out about this 57 temporary financing for Zebra supported need housing project.
Yes. What would you like to know?
What's going on with it? What is being put there? What is Zebra Way for what?
Mr. Patterson?
This is some temporary financing to bridge a gap between when the permanent financing, which will come from the New Jersey Housing Mortgage Finance Agency, will be available because of some delays with their approvals. There's a need for some gap financing in there, so we're trying to fill that gap so that the project can go forward. As I think Mr. Spencer knows, the project was approved several months ago for the development of 10 new units of supportive needs housing at the corner of Zebra Way and I forget what the cross street is, but it's the last one on there. And this will, it's being done by Bergen County United Way, Madeline Corporation, who were involved with the Dina's Dwelling project, and along with Coming Home Middlesex County, which is the nonprofit established by the county. And this will provide more affordable housing and help some homeless individuals hopefully get their lives back together and get not only housing, but the services that they need to do that.
Thank you, sir.
I'm like this. We about to be homeless if Robeson Village don't get rebuilt. Departments are going to hell in a handbasket. The pipes are busting everywhere. Floors are warping. They have to do new floors. Walls are cracking everywhere. Robeson Village needs to be redone like 10 years ago. That place, God help me. That place is bad. And I keep telling everybody. They done had to move one boy out of his apartment up the street from me because the floor, the pipes, and this is second apartment building, the pipes are busting underneath the steam pipes and warping all the floors. The school where they had that building needs to be, that railing, the steps need to be torn down. The kids are playing on it. Somebody's going to get hurt, and I've told housing this already. That place needs to be how you gonna put up 10 new apartments when that place is roach infested, bed bug infested, and everything? There's no place to doggone park. That place been there before I was born. And I'm 62 years old. It needs to be tore down, and nobody's thinking about the 4-2 side. Everybody's thinking about downtown and rebuilding this, rebuilding that, but nobody's thinking about the 4-2 side. Nobody don't give a damn about the 4-2 side. And everybody needs, this is Gretchen talking. Y'all see me. This is ridiculous. Y'all need to come out there and inspect every damn apartment out there. Not go from whatever the computer tells you to pick. Go through every damn apartment. I just moved into 2 Jennings Court because I can't climb the steps no more. God dog it, if my energear is off because it can't stand straight because the floors are warped. My kitchen floor, you could see it. They put tile over a bumpy kitchen floor. My bedroom, my bed is leaning to one side. When I lay in it, my nightstand don't stand flat on the floor because it's bad. Even though they make the floors look good in there, they have paint, they have caulk. The place is a mess still. It needs to be tore the hell down, and the city needs to do. They done built doggone every place in New Jersey, but Robeson Village can't get done. They did all downtown. Why the hell can't Robeson Village get done? This is what I'm asking the city and the state and the federal government. It needs to be tore down. You're buying every damn thing else, but you can't think about us on the 4-2 side. Doggone Van Dyke Avenue look like hell in a handbasket. It needs to be redone. But you want to put up new apartments to some apartments that are decaying and going to hell in a handbasket, and I don't think it's right. And neither does anybody else. But every time they don't even want to come down and say nothing because they know ain't a damn thing going to be done about it. But I'm trying to make something happen. If I have to go to Trenton, Newark, or Washington, D.C., I'm going to get up off my ass if I got to go by my goddamn self. Because this is a damn shame. You can't, y'all need, the buildings done listed to one side. Pipes are going half underground. Now, I've been complaining about this for a long time. Those are, especially on Robeson's side. And Schwartz, when you turn the heat off on that side, every radiator, every bit of these floors is getting messed up because the water's backing up out of it. But everybody want to say the infrastructure's okay. You don't live in these apartments. We do. You don't see what goes on. The windows aren't sound enough. I lay in my bed and the windows, they put new windows in. Half-ass contractors. Wind come right through. I listen to Windy all the time. This don't make no damn sense. And this is my city, right? This is supposed to be where I live at. And nobody's thinking about us out there where we live at. Nobody. Now I think it's a damn shame. Oh, wait a minute, I got one more thing to say. We need humps on Jennings Court and Bergen Court. We need parking lines on Bergen Court and Jennings Court because the people are flying through there like it's a damn racetrack. And when they come out to do the humps, they need to come see me because I can tell them exactly where to put them. Not in the middle of the street where people won't stop. I need to talk to whoever's going to put the humps down to come see me and hump on Zebra Way before you turn into Bergen because they turning it on 2 wheels. But y'all think about what I said because I'm tired. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of other people living like this. And we got kids that live out there that they want to start shooting everywhere. I'm trying to keep these people out from coming in. And if anybody's listening to me, don't come to Robeson Village with your damn guns because I'll turn you in a goddamn minute.
Anybody else like on the resolution?
Thank you.
Anybody on the resolutions? Seeing none? Thank you.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Anderson,
Abstain on 652, yes.
652 abstained, so noted. Councilmember Escobar,
Yes, and I'm abstaining on 657.
657 abstained, so noted. Councilmember Fleming,
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti,
Yes, abstaining on 617 and 19.
abstaining on 617 and 19, so noted. Council President Dean.
Yes. We'll now move to the public portion of the meeting. If anybody wishes to address the council, please step up to the microphone. You have 5 minutes. Step right up, sir.
Good evening once again, Charles Craddock, New Brunswick today. I want to start by saying I hope everybody had a great holiday, and I want to thank the city workers who work hard every day for the people in New Brunswick, and sometimes they do things that are challenging. They deal with situations that maybe most people don't even think about. But I want to thank the city workers, and included in the city workers are the police, and I know that they on a daily basis have challenges that they have to tackle, and I want to say thank you to them. But I also need to say that when police abuse their power, innocent people are harassed, jailed, and even killed. And this police department in New Brunswick is far less transparent than it was last year. Just here's an example. In the first 6 months of the year, last year, the police department issued 29 press releases, mostly about crimes that were going on in the neighborhood to keep people informed, keep the press informed, and hopefully catch the people who commit the crimes. This year, in the first 6 months of the year, the New Brunswick Police Department has issued 4 press releases. It's 29 last year, 4 this year. Did it really get that much better? Or are the police just sharing less information with us? I think we all know the answer to that. And when I refer to the police not being transparent, I'm not just referring to the fact that they took away the rights of American citizens to listen to their radio transmissions, as we've discussed in the past, but also some new and disturbing interpretations of the Open Public Records Act that make my job harder and help keep the information from getting to the people. And so I'm very concerned about that. I also am a victim of police harassment, and I'd like to ask some questions about that situation. Can you please ask, I see Sergeant Gould is here. Can you please ask Sergeant Gould if he recalls a complaint that I made at the 5th and 6th Ward Neighborhood Association meeting that he was so kind as to attend back in September 2013?
2013?
Yeah.
I'm just speaking, I'm gonna say no. I mean, I absolutely don't remember the complaint in 2013. And if it wasn't a serious matter, I would have took note and brought it back to the body, the police department, so I don't remember.
Yeah, and second of all questions about the police, I'd like Captain Miller answer the questions. He's the spokesman here for the police department.
Okay, well, for the record, back then, I've been given a jaywalking ticket while I was taking pictures of police making an arrest by an officer named Gregory Lizchak. And I did bring it up at the 5th and 6th Ward Neighborhood Association meeting. I hoped that the police would do something about it and take action, but apparently that's not the case. I also have a brief audio clip that I'd like to play for the council here.
Up with you today?
It's a phone call.
I want to tell you who 7252, the officer you wrote about on the website. I want to tell you who he is. Okay.
What are you playing for?
This is a phone call.
Somewhere? Yeah, we can. Who am I speaking with? I don't want to give you my name. I don't want to be put in the paper or anything. I can protect your identity. I mean, if you don't want me to know who you are, you probably shouldn't meet with me. I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. I was just saying, if you don't want me to know who you are, you probably shouldn't meet with me, because then I'll know who you are. I don't mind if you see my face. I just don't want to tell you my name or anything. I'd rather give you the guy's name. That's fine. I think I know who it is. It's your COVID, right?
What?
Your COVID.
I could give you all that if we meet up. Well, what exactly can you give me? I know his name and I know his partner's name, who is listed on your website. Okay, well, I would be interested in meeting you and learning what I can. Where would you like to meet? Can you come to downtown New Brunswick? We're at downtown. I'm thinking maybe like a park. If it's okay, maybe we could meet at Starbucks.
Okay, that's all you needed to hear. So you might recall on July the 2nd, I brought with me a couple of police ticket books that I found improperly disposed of in a garbage can. And then I wrote an article about it on the 4th of July, 2014. And then I agreed to speak with Internal Affairs about the matter. And just a few hours after I agreed to speak with Internal Affairs, I received this call from someone. And then I went to the location where we agreed to meet. And this person who had promised some information about my, police article, well, they arrested me, of course. And the charges were dismissed because I was innocent. But can you please ask Captain Miller if he recognizes the voice on the other end of that telephone call?
Captain, do you recognize the voice?
I can barely comprehend what was being said there now. You did say you spoke to Internal Affairs. Did you play that for them when you spoke to Internal Affairs?
No, I was speaking to Internal Affairs about the ticket books matter.
Have you spoken to Internal Affairs about that?
No, I haven't, but what I did was I gave it...
recommend you make an appointment with them and let them listen to it.
Okay, so Captain Miller can you ask Captain Miller, is he familiar with this audio tape? This was, widely circulated in the media. NJ.com did an article. The police actually called me right away after the article and invited me.
Miller, are you
to
familiar
speak about
with this audio tape?
Not from this exact second. Like I said, I couldn't even understand what was being said there. Like I said, Charlie, if you'd like to come in and speak with Internal Affairs, I could...
Mr. Bradley, what's your point to the whole thing? Your time is up, sir, so let's get to the point. Time is
Sure,
up.
my point is that person sounds an awful lot like Officer Lizchak, the same officer who harassed me a year earlier. And he was also one of the officers involved in the arrest. And I wanted to know if the police, after hearing this tape, after seeing the article on NJ.com, decided to undertake an internal affairs investigation, whether this officer was punished for,
He just said, why don't you bring the recording to them, and maybe we'll determine if it is the guy. I mean, we're not hearing experts. I wouldn't know Officer Lischak's voice if I fell over it. So I don't know how you expect me to say that that's Officer Lischak or anybody else in the room, to be honest with you. So I would do what Captain Miller says. If you want to find out who's on the tape, take it to Internal Affairs. He just said, make an appointment and bring the tape with you.
I'll just close with one question and a comment. It's my understanding it's not legal to be in a city park after dark, so the fact that this person who might be a police officer, probably is, told me they want to meet me in a city park after dark, really causes me a lot of concern, because not only is it entrapment, they're trying to get me to commit a crime, but it's also an area where it's probably dark, and where if they park their cars just right, there won't be any video of what happens there. I was a little bit smarter than that. I wasn't smart enough to avoid being arrested, but I was smart enough to say, meet me in a public place. This is scary, and what it does is it actually hurts the credibility of the entire department. And it hurts the good officers.
So when you met him in the public place, he arrested you? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. I was arrested, and I was locked up on a false charge. And this reflects poorly on all the good city workers, on all the good cops out there, when this is allowed to go unchecked. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to make an appointment with Internal Affairs. I'm not going to participate in any investigation. I put out there what I have. I've given the information to the police one way or another. It's out there. And I think it's, if the police are concerned about their credibility, they ought to investigate claims like this of police harassment before they get out of hand. We don't want anything worse than what's going on here already. We are sick of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Craggle. Anybody else like to address the council this evening?
Yeah.
Step right up, please.
I have questions regarding the solar panels.
Name and address, please.
I have questions regarding the solar panels in the city.
Excuse me, could you tell us your name and your address, please?
My name is Carlos Ramirez. I'm from MB Today. I have questions regarding the city panels.
You're from where?
New Brunswick Today. Press. I'm Carlos Ramirez. I have questions regarding the panels, solar panels put into the lights in the street. We had a power outage on June 28th due to the winds and rains, and I want to know what are those solar panels powering if they're not powering the street lights?
Well, they don't power the street lights.
What is it powering?
I think it powers some other kind of cable or something on the pole. I don't know specifically, but I know that they're not solar for the lights on the pole.
All right, I also have another question. I received information from residents of New Brunswick telling me that they have been stopped many times by an officer named Salvatore from the NYPD.
Name what?
From the MPD.
What's his name?
Officer Salvatore, that's all the information.
Officer Salvador?
Yes, from the New Brunswick Police Department. They say that they feel harassed and discriminated every time they're being pulled over.
From this particular officer?
Yes.
Okay, yes, Captain, you have a question?
He said the officer was from the NYPD.
Yeah, I'm in an error. It's from the New Brunswick Police Department.
New Brunswick Police.
Yeah.
We don't have an officer Salvador.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. They say that he patrols Route 18 and George Street around this area of
Well, if you
downtown.
can get some more information, like his badge number or his correct name, we'll certainly have somebody take a look into it.
All right, thank you very much. That's all.
You work for New Brunswick today?
Yes.
Got to do a little better investigate, report it.
All right.
Get
That's
the
what I'm
proper
asking.
information.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address the council?
I want to make another statement.
Yes, ma'am.
Streetlights.
Yes.
Do they have anybody going around checking the streetlights out when they go out?
It's very simple. When they go out, you can contact either the police department or the mayor's office and give them the poll number, and they'll contact the utility.
Yeah, sometimes, usually I call the utility place myself.
And they'll call up, I think even the fire department you can contact, I'm not sure. You give them the poll number, and somebody will make a call, and somebody will be out.
Yeah, and then another thing, Route 27 needs to be patrolled more because they're racing up and down 27 like they done lost their ever
Route
loving
27?
Route 27
Gotcha.
from House Lane all the way down to the graveyard. They race up and down them little funny noise cars. I want to shoot every one of them, excuse me, but that's the truth. But, you can hear 2, 3, 11 o'clock at night, and somewhere up by Industrial Drive and Jersey Avenue, there's somebody racing around. I can hear it, because I sit and listen.
Okay.
And they need to have more patrol down 27, because take somebody off of Route 1, put them over this way and let them sit. Somebody else is going to get hit, and we need a light pole back on Van Dyke Avenue, a floodlight. Because quite too many people done got hit so far. When somebody knocked that light out, they never put it back. Crossing Van Dyke Avenue,
So the light there now, it's not working?
it's not there. Somebody, a box truck came and took out the whole pole. But it was a floodlight there. And after that was knocked out, there was a motorcycle accident at that corner. You can't see some lady got hit that lived around the area. These people with these dark tinted windows can't see, making them turns. Hit this lady in a truck, hit this woman. I don't know if she's alive or dead today, but I was out there when it happened. When it, you know, after it happened and whatnot. They need to get that light pole, because it used to shine light on people.
Tell us the location where the light pole is.
Van Dyke and 27. It was on the corner. It was on a corner right in front of the Ville.
Okay.
So there was a floodlight there, and I've been asking for the past couple of years, the past 10 years, to get it back up.
Okay.
Because people getting hurt up in there. You can't see. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address the council? Ms. Carlotti, you going to say something? Yes, please.
I just wanted to make a reminder announcement that the next meeting, which is July 20th, will begin at 4:30. So in the interest of transparency, we're not going to start this in the middle of the day and hide it from everybody. We're going to start it at 4:30 because we have a particular busy agenda. So if you'd like to participate in that meeting, it begins at 4:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else like to address the council this evening? Anybody else? Seeing nobody?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Escobar.
Yes.
Council Vice President Fleming.
Yes.
Councilmember Garlotti.
Aye.
Council President Deacon.
Yes.